Hey everybody, back for another week. It's been a little odd one. A lot going on. You got politicians talking crazy talk, but that's really not a surprise. But I want to start with a public service announcement. I was out at the bagel store with the squirrels getting them lunch, not getting yelled at, which is a surprise. But there was a man, probably my age, in his 50s, wearing a pair of black fur-lined Crocs with socks on. Listen, here's a public service announcement. Do not wear Crocs that are fur-lined in public anywhere if you are a grown-ass man. End of story. You look ridiculous. I mean, come on, man. Put on a pair of slides, a pair of flip-flops. Line Crocs are for females and kids. Get over it, man. Just want to help everybody out because I don't want to see any of my followers or listeners or watchers. And speaking about watching and listening, can you please subscribe? Can you please share? I need to grow this channel. We're stuck here in a little rut, man. Please, help me out. Then, let's keep going with the observance. You know, what I'm observing in life. There is no such thing as a family-friendly drag show. In Kentucky, one was shut down because the police and the mayor of the city finally had some common sense that you can't bring children there. If you are a parent and you feel the need to bring children to a family-friendly drag show with half-naked, whatever you want to call them, you belong childrenless. They should have called CPS, not just the cops. I got a better idea. Take your kids bowling, to the park, to the movies. I don't know, read a book with them. Go to church. Not a family-friendly drag show because they don't exist. What is wrong with you? You don't deserve to have children. Our country's going to hell in a handbasket. You know what? We're taking our kids to family-friendly drag shows in the other countries. They're teaching men how to be men. It's ridiculous. Here we're worried about pronouns. And then another one I hear. Reading this story about adults who have daughters competing with trans children in sports, the ages of 10 to 16. That these parents, they just have a case of penis panic. Penis panic. You have penis panic because you have your daughter playing against boys with penises. I think that if I had a daughter and it was penis panic, I'm thinking a little bit of different use with the penis and the panic. I'm just saying. It's not penis panic. We want these girls just to have a fair chance. That's what it's all about. You want equality? Let them compete against people that are equal. Not other athletes with penises. I'm panicked because people believe this is right. That's my panic. You want penis panic? Stay out of jail. You won't get that either there. Unbelievable. Here's a shocker. A study was coming out that many women are now feeling uncomfortable sharing bathrooms with men. Yep, they said men, not trans women. They said men. So this is where the thought is starting to go as more and more of this lunacy just saturates our culture. What is wrong with our culture? You know, what's it going to take for these women to stand up for themselves? Where are all my feminists? I ask this all the time. Trans women are not women. They usually have penises. But I do have to say, if you go all the day and you go all the way and you get it lopped off, yeah, use the girl's bathroom. You're all right with that. I mean, that's a commitment right there. That's just not make-believe. We keep talking about how brave these transgenders are. You want bravery? Over in Iran, the women are taking off their hijabs. They're cutting off their hair at the penalty of death. That is bravery. That is bravery. Bravery is not putting on a skirt and using a bathroom for women and wanting your pronouns to be they and them. That is not brave. Women are dying over there. Now, those are women. I need those women here. Women with balls. That's what I'm talking about. Not real balls, but balls. And you all know what I'm talking about. Because I keep saying, bring balls back. And sometimes women have bigger balls than men. And over Iran, they're showing the world that. God bless those women. And I hope that they don't get killed for it. But we both know they will. Now, we have New York City. New York City, they're letting prisoners out. They're not with the bail. and crime is going up. Is this a surprise? You want crime to go down or crime to stay even? Don't let prisoners out. If you commit a crime and you shoot somebody, don't let them back out on the street in an hour. I mean, this is common sense. And then we have Mayor Adams, who is a nut job. But he's trying to put all these illegals. He doesn't want them here. After saying, send them all here. So they started sending them. He's like, no, can't take them. So he started like a tent city. And now there are advocates and attorneys suing the city because he's putting them up in tents and not giving them food and other supplies that they need. What? First of all, how are illegal immigrants who came here illegally, have no documentation or anything, how can they sue anybody? How can they sue anybody? You know what? What they should be doing is getting them a bus or getting a plane back out of the country. Now, speaking about planes and illegals, I'm still a little concerned about the white folk over in Martha's Vineyard. We send the psychologists and the social workers up there. Maybe their PTSD is still going on. Never seen a group get another group out of town so quickly. They got them out of Dodge. That's certainly it. The PTSD, none of them are probably sleeping over there. They probably closed every Chipotle in a span of 300 miles. No Chipotle, no Moe's, no Mexican restaurants, nothing. Get rid of them. They can't even look at them. They're triggered now. It's nuts. Lunacy. Now, let's get to the crazy government. I'm going to start by keeping by Sleepy Joe, Crazy Joe, Old Man Joe, whatever you want to call him. I'm calling him Pedo Joe now. However, he starts off by saying COVID is over. Now, your hero and leader, Joe, the 81 million elected guy, just said it's over. Can you stop wearing masks in your car? Can you stop giving me dirty looks when you're wearing a mask? I don't care if you wear a mask, but you look like an idiot already. That's not the weirdest thing he said. He's at a speaking engagement, and he said that he had a relationship at the age of 30 with a 12-year-old. What? Joking around, not joking around, that is not a joke. Now, I'm starting to understand why the left, it wants a new category for minor attracted persons. It's our president! It's a fact. Go back and look at the pictures. Go back and look at how he deals with children. He's very handsy. Very handsy. I don't know, but keep your child away from Joe. Keep away, Pedo Joe. A minor attracted person is a pedophile, belongs in jail, or euthanized. I'm just saying, I have a very strong opinion on this. You can't touch kids. You cannot have a relationship at 30 years old or as an adult with a 12-year-old unless they're your family member. It's a familiar, you know what I'm talking about, relationship. Or I have relationship with children because I work with children. I am not having any other kind of relationship, nor should any adults. Need to find my serenity. I think I was triggered by that. I am triggered by the pedophilia. Really throws me off. And then we have Pelosi, who came out in a drunken slur. And she's always waving her hands. She has 2 sets of eyebrows. You know, she has like that saliva on the corner of her mouth like a drug addict. I think it's just from drinking. She said that we gave the planet $360 billion. Now we're going to save the planet. She gave the planet $360 billion? Or did she give the beer distributor and the liquor store $360 billion over her career as a politician? I just want to know, what climate are you giving, what planet are you giving 360? Did you find Mother Nature, Pelosi? You may have in one of your drunken stupids. Somebody's got to get this woman into AA and give her the 13 steps, man. She's out of her mind. She needs to retire. Her, Mitch McConnell, the whole Blumenthal, a whole bunch of them. They're all way too old. Get them out of here, man. Get them out of here. I mean, this may be even more dumb than things AOC says. AOC's just blaming more stuff on white supremacy. You can't have kids because of capitalism. I don't understand. Capital has nothing to do with kids. You have kids, you have kids. Nobody cares if you're a capitalist. They just care about having kids. It's insanity. And speaking of kids, Stacy Abrams, who looked like she ate about 10 kids, said that the ultrasound machine used for the kids were developed by men who wanted to keep control over women and coerce them to keep unwanted babies. That the ultrasounds really do not pick up heartbeats. It's an electronically induced sound that's just made up. Talk about QAnon and conspiracy theories. She really thinks she's going to be the next governor or something down there in Georgia? I mean, she's better suited for taste testing foods and working at McDonald's, pie eating contests, wing eating contests. I mean, Stacy, come on, man. And yes, I am fat shaming. Woe is me. Everybody knows I love a good fat joke. Just saying. Big fat guy myself, I'm okay with it. Then we have, this is a weird one. Some weirdness in Canada. I thought everything was located in Florida. There's a man in Canada who worked for McDonald's. And they say that he stole 80 pounds worth of McNuggets by sticking him in his anus. Couple of questions here. Was it all at the same time, or were they small anus shovings up his anus? Who's eating these? Who is eating these after they was shoved up his anus? And do you need a special sauce, or is that already taken care of? This is just as weird as the one I talked about a couple weeks ago with the buffalo wings in the girls' hoo-ha. Bizarre, man, bizarre. I have too many questions to even come through, but why? Why? You can steal them other ways. I read a study about hair loss. And they said hair loss is not genetic. I do disagree, and I'm going to tell you why. Hair loss is not genetic because they say some of the contributing factors in hair loss for men are stress. Men do have a lot of stress. They work and they have female counterparts, which give us stress. That's just life. My wife will disagree. She'll tell you I'm the stressed one. But, what are you going to do? Alcohol. Cheers, man. We all drink. Smoking, which men smoke more than women. And excessive ejaculation. So if you ejaculate, smoke, drink alcohol, or have some stress, you're more prone to lose your hair. Not genetic. I disagree because I think 90% of the population of the country, of the world, would be bald, which is not. Mine is a choice. I do have hair. When it does grow in, it just takes forever. Now, here is advice that somebody asked me for. It's been a while. If you have advice, send it in. Let me read this to you. Dear Angry Mac, how do you tell your kids about their abusive grandparents that died before they were born? I need to tell them that they were horrible people. How? How do you tell them? Well, I could tell them carefully, try to be soft. Why would you tell them? Why would you tell them? The only reason you want to tell them is it was in your last sentence. You need to tell them. This is a you problem, not your children's problem. Don't give any fantasies. Don't say to a great people, how about this? Don't say nothing. They don't need to know. They don't know them. They never met them. Yes, I had grandparents. Whatever you want. There's no need to tear them down. They're dead. So whatever they did, they're dead. They're not going to have an impact on their lives. So if you want to screw up your kids by telling them how screwed up you were, because I think that's where you're going with it, tell them. If not, you want to have a semi-normal childhood because you already seem to be a bit bizarre, tell them. Don't say anything is my advice. I got ideas. Shut up. I said it. Shut up. Now listen. Everybody out there, go find a loved one. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. This week, I'm going to go to a wedding with family that I have never met in my life. I'm very excited. A little nervous about it, but very excited. But the point here is, you never know when somebody's going to pop up that you're going to love. But most of all, you're never going to know when that day is over. You're never going to know. So don't take for granted. Don't take advantage of the people close to you. Give them a hug. Tell them you love them. I love you all here, man. Don't forget it. Most powerful 3 words in English language are I love you. Cheers, everybody. I'll see you next week.